beep, 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 beep.
The Sherman jumped when you clapped.
My elbows around the counter. Like this. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Designer Studio episode of Brickmania TV. I'm Slam. I'm here with Dan.
Yep.
And we are here with the new M4 Sherman Classic.
It is a classic Sherman. In fact, it's so classic, I put a brick-built barrel on it. Right? So, and it's like, this is like hearkening back to the old days of Brickmania when I used the
Technic pins to build your...
pins. Yeah.
Right.
So it is classic. Of course, being is that it's Lego. You can actually go upgrade. We have that fantastic Brick Arms 57 millimeter barrel, I think. The smaller, the shorter barrel, you can stick right on there.
Right.
Unless you want to make a super Sherman, you can put the long barrel on there too.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, take your pick.
So,
I mean, it doesn't look like super old-fashioned. There's a ton of new parts on here, right? Like first of all, you've got these triangle tiles in the front, and those are awfully 2023 to me.
Yeah. There's a new part. So this is a Neo Classic. It's the idea of the Classic series is we're throwing back to the old classic Brickmania before there was a lot of printing, before we had a lot of expensive customizations that we were adding to the kits. So there's some people who love the customizations. There's some people who could live without it. And then there's some people who are just like, I just want a tank. And I don't want to spend my entire college savings for it. So,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what the role of these classics are. We bring them to the road stores. The stores will have them. So there's a price point kit for everybody, I think. And it's still Brickmania, it's still Lego, it's still like whatever you would expect, but it's more affordable, more approachable.
Right. We can't keep putting out only limited edition, like super expensive kits.
Right,
Like,
and there's
we
only
wanna
so
have a
many
counterpoint to that.
$600 Panzers you're going to be able to put in your collection.
I
I don't think we found the end of that. Obviously, we keep making them, and they keep selling out. So,
Right.
But there is another group of customers that we've been ignoring for far too long, and me being out on the road a lot in 2023. Post shutdown, getting out last year and the year before, it's really apparent to me that we need to have more stuff that's accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
So and that's what the purpose of these classic kits are. Bringing back some of the old stuff. Why reinvent the wheel? Nobody does that. Why go from scratch? And this is a new iteration of our classic Sherman.
Yeah.
So,
So what's going on with this that separates it from previous Shermans?
the biggest thing is the width. The width of the vehicle is 9 wide. All of our previous Shermans, except for way back in the old days, were huge, big boxes. The first ones, most of the Shermans that bring this about 10 wide.
Okay.
It's easy, it's simple to do the math on the 10 wide. And if you were to look at a real 1/35th scale, it's just a hair over 9 studs wide. Okay. But it is in fact closer to 9 studs than it is 10. So here I've basically scaled it down to what I feel is a good size Sherman for, in relation to our Tiger, in relation to our Panther. This is the right scale.
The proportions feel better on this one.
Right, and it looks better in a diorama. If you were to take a 1/35th scale, die-cast model or a hobby model, a plastic model, put it next to this, it would look very close.
Awesome.
So.
Is it any particular Sherman model?
It is just a simple M4 because it only has the one commander's turret on top and a split hatch. That would show it as an earlier Sherman.
Okay.
The Sherman was developed in like the 1940, 1941, and it was meant to be mass produced, which means that the Sherman was actually produced in factories
All across the U.S.
Yes, locomotive factories, car factories, and so much of industry had to get behind this. And they were developing different modifications for the Sherman, different improvements at different locations, so they'd be implemented at different times. So, originally they had this big elaborate bolt together, transmission case on the front.
Yeah.
Eventually, once industry got behind it and said, "Hey, we can cast that as one piece," they did that. And it slowly got into the system. The British cut a hole in the top of a second hatch in the top of their Shermans, so that I believe it was the loader could get out in case of an emergency. Not all 3 crew from the turret would have to come out the same commander's hatch. That would be eventually incorporated into all the Shermans. New mantlet. Mantlet's the piece that protects. It's in front of the turret, protecting the gun and the gunners.
Yep.
So that would be improved over time, and eventually they would just keep improving it. They'd uprate the suspension, uprate the gun, uprate the turret. They eventually replaced the turret altogether with the giant turret that was developed for a heavier tank that never got used.
And there were at least 6 different engines that were put in these things.
Yeah.
Over
So
time.
M4A1, M4A2, that all,
Yeah.
except for the A1. The A1 is a different body style, but the A2, the A3, A4, those are all different engines.
Yeah.
So there's 4 different engines, 4 main engines, then probably even more that we don't know about, the obscurities and yeah. So this is just a Sherman. It's literally just an
a
M4 Sherman. And that M4 Sherman did change over time, but radial engine, 75 millimeter cannon, the short barrel cannon, a thinner track. This what they call it a vertical volute spring suspension. We had the wheels were on these like sprung
rockers. Yep.
right, and an actual spring. So that's a classic Sherman. Engine compartment in the back does open. I didn't build an engine in here, but I did build it so that if I could get my big hammy fingers in there, my Snicker bars. So engine compartment does open. So see, I won't just show you. I'll also show Slam so he actually believes me.
I've put engine tiles in those inside that compartment before, but
And these
easy build.
these front hatches do open. Oh, I just shoved this one down into the. See, this is what
Did you cut your nails? Yeah.
Oh, I broke them building, and I broke my tank. Oh no! So you can see that you can have guys fit down in there. So if you want to pose your Sherman with the guys, you can do that. You can have 3 crewmen easily posed down. You can even shove them down inside there. You want it's not pretty, but you can fit them in there. Cool. I don't know why you'd want to have interior that you can't see, but it is a thing. There's not any printing on there. It's all stickers.
All stickers. That's part of us keeping the price point down.
Yes.
It makes me sad because I love designing prints, but
And we have most of these prints. It kills us. Like we want to put the prints on, but we also know that is a leading driver of price inflation, I guess.
Yeah. The sticker sheet for this guy is real basic. It comes with 2 different star types for the front, the circle star and the regular star. It comes with 4 stars for the size of your tank, and a real basic kit number USA for your back.
Right. Typical like serial number would go there.
Yeah. So real basic.
Yeah.
We also, in addition, we sell tank name sticker sheets.
Oh, right.
If you want to customize it that way.
Yeah.
And we still have in stock.
Right. We just went over to our customer service
We
department.
have a few of these guys left. This is our Sherman tile add-on pack.
It's a tile add-on pack for the previous Sherman, which of course we just put another batch of those out around the holidays. And who knows, maybe it's not necessarily retired, but we went through the pack and said, hey, look, all of these tiles, we can replace the sprocket sticker with the printed one. And I will tell you, there is a separate, by request, customer request, repeated customer request, we are putting out that sprocket tile as an individual piece.
Yeah, okay.
So that's coming, but you can get this pack. It'll come with the sprocket. It comes with the stickers. This Sherman turret it's modified, but only slightly modified from the previous Sherman iteration. So you can put the star tiles from the Sherman, the little hatch. They'll all work just fine. And these little guys,
Those are the suspension tiles for the side of the tank. Comes with 6 of those.
6 of those, so you can replace the little 1x1 tiles on here.
And there's only a couple parts that don't necessarily work out. There's the mantlet part.
Yeah, the mantlet part, which is you could rebuild this mantlet to have
to be 4 wide instead of 3 wide,
Yeah.
and have that go. And it has the star slopes for the front.
right, and you'll have to rebuild. They will work, but it'll require using some of your own pieces to rebuild it. If you have the previous Sherman, you've already have the instructions. But it should be pretty apparent if you do any kind of building what you'll have to do to make that work. But so it's like 90% compatible. The only piece that you're not going to be able to use is this mantlet.
Right. So a couple of easy upgrade paths for your classic Sherman.
And then if you just want to wait, you can get the sprocket tiles separately. What would be cool is if we did a whole like upgrade pack. But I'm thinking, why don't we just do like instead of an upgrade pack, why don't we just do a more?
The common parts. Yep.
Well,
Com-
what if we
common
just did
parts.
another Sherman that actually had all the either? What do you think? Should we do an upgrade pack or should we just release a premium Sherman kit?
Okay.
Another premium Sherman because we just did do.
Let us know in the comments.
This
Yeah.
is the third Sherman I've worked on in the last year. So
Should we do another Sherman?
fourth.
The answer is always yes.
Yes.
Let's do another Sherman.
Yeah, there's and that was the problem that the Germans faced too. The
Shermans keep coming.
yeah they keep coming. All you need to defeat a tiger is
It's more Shermans.
quantity n plus 1.
Just more Shermans.
All you need is the plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So how many tiger or how many Shermans to take out a tiger? N plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just one more.
Yep. One more than the tiger can handle.
Cool. So it comes with one minifig. This is again part of being a classic kit. It has just simple torso, front and back printing.
Right.
It's a new torso design. We've been putting it into our other classic American armor.
We did put the 3D printed helmet on it.
Yep.
It's such a big upgrade versus the flight helmet that we previously used. We can't go back on that one.
So one bridge too far.
Right. If you absolutely need a classic, the 3D print is just like you can't handle it. It just does it doesn't agree with you.
Go find your own flight helmet.
Yeah. Lego still makes them.
Slash beanie or whatever. we
Right.
put out.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. If it's too Kobe for you, then go get your own Lego helmet. I said it out loud.
Yeah. So great little fig. Any other notes about this guy?
No, it's not limited edition. This one will be around for the remainder of the year. I mean, it won't be in stock all the time. We can't guarantee that, but it is something that I have for the road store. We'll be bringing it on the road, and we'll be having it on a repeat loop as our standard Sherman throughout this year.
Okay.
It's not the exclusive Sherman, but it is a standard one that we promise to have around more than one batch.
Our hope is that if you come to any of our stores or come to our online store, we have one of these for you.
Yeah, either a Sherman or any of the classic line. That's the whole point. We want to keep them in stock so you can go there and be assured that you would find something that would suit your price budget and your interest.
Cool. Okay, on that note, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time here on Brickmania TV.
All right, cut.
Okay.
I didn't jump.